doesn't tick. All rewards come with risk. I had to take it 20 inch results in my list. Cause it's the way I roll. Started last time, it was slow. Definitely my shadow. Yeah. Get attention, I let it roll window. And you can't even know. Found till I let it show. Yeah, that's hot. You ever play this? It's a part of it? Nigga, that shit was a masterpiece. Like, written wise, that's what I be saying. Like, I tell niggas literally, bro, like, when I die, bro, just take my best verse, bro, put that shit in the Bible, you feel me? That shit be the King 610 smoke verse or whatever you want to call it, you know what I'm saying? The Grant Middleton, you know what I'm saying? Ain't that shit after my father or something? I 610, we in this bitch, and it's on the gang. Yeah. Gotta bring back the old school form. First off, my dress code is immaculate. Open doors, no cracking it. Fashion sense is my sixth, so it's hard to imagine it. Every syllable of pixel, spit it pinpoint accurate. 1,000 words is an image, compressing days to a minute. It's late, still I ain't finished. Rigor mortis me my competitions, cause with the challenge. Yeah, I shine bright because the way I'm conditioned. My rose flink, we in different positions. That's why it's hard not to mention. My play got checks pending. Put in work for my position for a better. Put in work for my position. Every song I say, let's get it, let's go, or put in work for my position, bro. I got actual sayings, you feel me? I say the same shit over and over again. The repetition makes it catchy, you feel me?
I got you. What's going on, man?
Man, everything's going on, man. Life's happening, you feel me?
Yes, it definitely is. This is a long one coming. I've been waiting for this interview, the serious version, kinda.
Yeah, last interview was all for jokes, you feel me?
Yeah.
Just want to be a little bit entertaining for the people.
Okay. So, yeah, let's go back into it. Who are you again?
610 Smoke, rapper, producer, entrepreneur.
Okay. So, we're gonna give a quick recap. So, what have you been doing, and where do you feel like you're going from now?
Well, by the time this interview came out, people might know I'm selling broken CDs, man. Literal broken CDs. That's the name of my mixtape. I'm bringing back the mixtape with that shit too.
Okay. What do you mean by that?
Nowadays it's like everybody drops albums because any artist can go on Spotify. They drop their album. But I remember the days, not even that long ago, you go on Dat Piff, Lil Uzi, Love Is Rage would drop, shit like that. Skipper the Flipper, I'm having too. Like, there was hot mixtapes on Dat Piff. You would just go download them. You have dope shit to listen to. But, like, it wasn't even, like, all this press behind. Like, it just dropped and it was dope. It was organic, you feel me? Now everything's so manufactured, it's kind of fake to me.
Okay. So, where are you going with your music now? And like are you? Cause like you seem like you were more of a jokey type artist in the past. And like, where are you at now?
Well, I'm adding more realism to my music now. Before I came with the Broken CD project, I had an actual album in the works called Life Story, and I would just write all this serious shit, things I actually deal with in my life. And I'm thinking, like, as I'm maturing, this really the way I want to go. So, like, a serious artist, I kind of want you to learn something. Like, I think when I listen to a song, low key, how can I be a better man by hearing this? So I try to keep, like, even if I'm joking in the song, like an actual nugget of wisdom I could share and just put that in my songs.
Okay. And your name is 610 Smoke, right?
Yeah.
Where did that originate from?
610 is my area code, Coatesville, Pennsylvania. Gunsmoke, kind of like a code name or nickname for the neighborhood I grew up in, Hayti. I just combined the two, 610 Smoke. That's where I'm from. I just represent it.
Okay. So, yeah. You said you back in the old interview, you said some crazy shit like your childhood was wild and you're throwing rocks and shit and stuff at cars, like.
Yeah, my childhood was wild. Just young dumbass shit. We used to have this game we played. One of our older friends had a car and we had water guns, so we ride around. We called it drive-by practice. We just shoot people with the water guns out the windows of cars, like just unsuspected on the streets. Remember one time my homie, I ain't gonna say his name right now, but you gonna get an interview out of him, so y'all might find out who he is. Shot this nigga on the phone, boy was talking. This nigga got shot right in the ear where the phone at. Nigga look back. He like, God damn it. Throw the phone to the ground. Smash his own phone, started chasing the car. Nigga never caught us.
That's
it was
crazy.
funny as shit.
Was it someone you knew?
Yeah, it's someone you know.
Oh, interesting. Oh, I wonder who that might be.
Yeah.
But so I had the pleasure of interviewing L.A. Mar as well as Conqueror, and I wanted to kind of get to know like how'd you find those guys and like what is your part in NSR?
So I met L.A. Mar 3 times actually. Like I was introduced to him 3 times. I met him as a young boy. He was dating my oldest sister.
Oh, okay.
So and then I met him again working with him. I used to work this job called Preload at UPS where you load trucks. And I met that nigga doing that shit. You know, I was just doing that off of my other job so I could make some extra money. And I met the nigga, he was cool as shit, told me he rap. Then I met him again because someone introduced me to him as a rapper. And I was like, oh shit, he's serious. And then we linked up at his studio. He used to have mad people coming in and out that studio. And I basically became like his like main engineer, like being there. I would always do the mixing. I made like templates for when I'm not around and shit. And then, you know,
Okay.
that's how that relationship happened. Then I met a man easy through that guy who really helped me get better at mixing, like perfect my craft. Like it really sped the journey up.
Okay. And what was your relationship with you and him?
Who, me and Easy?
Yeah, like you guys make a lot of music together. Or?
We made no music together. He just was like kind of like a mentor through like a few sessions. I only met him like 3 times, but he taught me so much.
Okay.
Like he took my mixer from like being like a C minus to a B plus in like them 3 sessions.
So how do you feel about your mixing now?
Honestly, see, I have a problem now because I've gotten so good at mixing. It's like I can't even have an engineer in the booth with me because I gotta criticize them. Because I know engineers like to take shortcuts sometimes. They want to get shit done fast, but I got the vision. I know what I'm talking about. It's like, you know, they might make some certain way. I'm like, yo, bro, the EQ is wrong. You got duck out more of the mids, or you got to raise the uppers. I might got to tell them the threshold is wrong on the compression. Like, and niggas sometimes they get offended by it, for real. I was in the studio the other week just like looking at it, listening to the guy's mixes. I'm like, yo, bro, your mixes sound kind of bad. Like, no offense, but like for the equipment you got, like I couldn't even pay you for this, bro. And he's like, well, what you know? You ain't never. And I'm like, nah, bro. I really engineer niggas. Like, and my shit sounds good. Like, you can't distinguish my shit from radio quality. If I recorded shit with a $100 mic, I got a nice mic now. But back when I had a $100 mic, my shit sounded ass. But with my skill now, it would sound beautiful. But that's not my main thing though. Like I said, like I'm really artist producer. That's making the music come first. Like for me, like engineering other people, you gotta pay me. I gotta have an interest in your sound. And that's the only way it's gonna get mixed by me. I don't even have time for other artists.
Okay. So who you say you are? You said you're a business owner, producer, and all of that, but like who is 610 Smoke?
I'm a nigga. You know what I'm saying? I'm a daredevil, bro. That's what I am now. Been mountain biking, been bungee jumping, about to be going skydiving. I'm about to get a wingsuit, fucking fly through some mountains on some baller shit.
Okay. So, when did you pick up the hobby of like? Wait, you said you've been bungee jumping?
Yeah.
When did you do that?
I got white friends.
Okay.
Getting anything, you know, enough white people, bro. I remember back in school, I had niggas that used to go mudding, bro. That shit was crazy, nigga. You take an old ass Jeep, drive it out into a mud pile somewhere, and just fuck that bitch up. Just hit some. You just jump off a little hill and shit. Suspension, that shit be sagging to the side. You drive back on the road, you be like this in the car. I'm trying to tell you. White bulls, they don't play, man. Shit dangerous, low key, man. Cause they don't fear death. You feel me? Like not like us, bro. They don't care. They don't think that shit can even happen.
So like when did you start mountain biking?
Started mountain biking in 2016. I remember I got out of high school. I graduated. You know, I had got a good job with me. I got lucky, got a good job straight out of high school. I'm making money. And at the time, I'm really done rapping too. Like, I ain't pick up my rap shit heavy again until 2017. So during this year, I'm doing nothing but I'm literally just working, eating, fucking bitches every single week. That's my rotation. That's all I'm doing. It's just that and nothing else. And my body's just going to shit. I'm drinking alcohol. And then one day I go to play basketball with some friends I ain't seen in like a couple months. Open the car door. Niggas look at me. First thing my boy Craig say to me, like, yo, Grant, you got fat. I looked down. I was like, oh, shit, I did. God damn it. So this is actually kind of a long story, but it's a cool story. It's actually a boring ass story, but fuck it. We can cut this shit out if it ain't entertaining. So I'm like, shit, I'll ball now. I get money. But let me go down to the Kmart. They closing. Let me just get a bike so I could just, exercise and lose this kangaroo pouch I got on my stomach and shit. So go to Kmart. I'm like, these bikes is ugly. I get money. I'm gonna go to Dick's Sporting Goods. I can spend a little extra money on a bike. Bikes like $300-$400 in Dick's Sporting Goods. I'm looking like these shits is ugly. And I remember when I was a kid, there was this bike shop I always wanted to go into in downtown. But I grew up poor, like we was in poverty. So my dad didn't even bring me in there, like, just I guess not to disappoint me. So I never even got to look inside that. But I walk in there, look at the first bike to the right, $16,000. I almost had a heart attack. I'm like, yo. So I'm about to walk out the store immediately. I ain't even playing with that, not for a bicycle, that kind of money.
That's crazy.
Then the lady's like, hey, can I help you? I'm like, yo, y'all got bikes for like, actual prices? She take me to the back wall of the discount bikes. Cheapest one, $600, but that shit was ugly. So I bought one that cost $800, and that was my first bike. I just went to the bank, withdrew $800 out my savings real quick. I always keep all my money in savings. I don't keep shit in checking. I keep like enough to pay a bill in checking for real. Just so like I can save my money. It's like money management, you feel me? But anyways though, I bought the bike, started riding around town. Swipe dude on me like, yo, bro, that's a sick mountain bike. Where do you ride today? I'm like, just around the street. He like, nah, you gotta take it to this trail, that trail. I started going to trails, mountain biking. Now I got a fleet of mountain bikes worth $20,000. It's only 3 of them.
Mountain biking, bro. There was one time we went mountain biking.
Yeah, I went mountain biking with this nigga.
This dude made me freaking flip over my handlebars, and then he was like, yo, the front tire almost came off too. Like,
oh yeah, yo, my jump, the front tire wasn't even on the whole time.
Yeah,
that wheel was loose.
Whew, man, I hit a rock and that was the end of me. I don't know. Mountain biking's definitely not like how you see it on TV, bro. Not at all. You going fast down the hill.
The GoPro effect, man. Everything looks flat on camera. It's steep in real life.
Oh yeah. I don't know. People definitely are super talented when it comes to that fast reactions. I'm a gamer, but like, damn, bro, that's some different shit.
Yeah.
Other than everything else, so like, how'd you meet Conqueror?
I met Conqueror in high school. Funny story. This nigga's government name is Ija. I won't tell y'all his last name, but this nigga named Ija. We had this dickhead ass white boy teacher. This nigga couldn't pronounce shit. Like, you know how people can't like pronounce their I's, they gotta put an H sound in front of it? He's like, Hydra the whole time. But I was always sleeping in the class we had, so I'm thinking like, he's saying Hydra. That's what I'm hearing. I'm like, yo, this nigga's name is Hydration? What the fuck? So now I woke up one day, I'm like, yo, bro, why is your name Hydration? Who the fuck named you that? Like laughing at this nigga, right? Like, what you talking about? It's not my name. I'm like, oh shit. I just kept calling him that shit. I found out through mutual friends though when I started doing drumline my junior year that he was really nice at rapping though. So we all ended up in the booth together like doing shit. Actually, that happened before I joined the drumline because I knew them niggas.
Yo, how did all 3 of you guys? You guys all have something to do with drumming. What is that all about?
Everybody that rap make music. You feel me? Music is like something that just be in niggas' life since kids. I started playing the drum set the day I was born. My dad was a touring musician, so he had a whole drum studio in the basement. So from the day I was like old enough to just carry a drumstick, I was playing full songs at 2 years old, literally just like playing through them and shit on this modified small drum set he has, so I could hit the pedal. And then I grew into the other drum set my uncle gave me. So my whole life I was like a child prodigy playing the drum set. I could play the drums in the band. I used to play the viola. I had music in me from such a young age. It just comes naturally.
When did rapping come into the whole spectrum of stuff?
Rapping came after I met Conqueror, because before that I was a producer. I wanted to be more like Kanye West. You know, Kanye West's my favorite artist of all time because he's the greatest, obviously. If you don't even if you don't understand Kanye West the greatest, you're a fucking dickhead, nigga. Honestly, like,
All right.
but anyways, so yeah, so I'm meeting these niggas. I'm like, yo, I'm a producer. We gonna work. I had actually known one boy in that group for a long time called King Gut. That was my family. I knew that nigga since elementary school. We was cool as shit, alright. So I'm like, bet. I'm gonna show these niggas my beats. They gonna make some hits. It's gonna get the high school jump. It's gonna give me some bitches. That's all I cared about. I didn't care about making money, but I just cared about some bitches. I was selling beats at the time, but I cared more about getting hoes. Cause I was a virgin, nigga. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was thirsty as shit. But anyways, go to the studio. These niggas show me their song. It already got 3 verses on it. The song's called Bitch. It got Playmaker was first, King Gut was second, then Conqueror had a verse. They got an open 4th verse. I'm like, so which one of y'all gonna finish the song? They're like, you. I'm like, nigga, I make beats. Fuck is y'all talking about? But I put the verse in there anyways. That verse sucked, but it was funny as shit because I was just having fun with it.
I listened to that song. The song has like a jerking type vibe.
That was
that
the
song.
time, bro. Like it was the end of jerking though. That's the thing.
Yeah. Okay.
So I eventually end up branching off on my own, like rapping seriously from that song, cause that got me a lot of attention. I thought that was a pretty big song for the time. It got like 900 views, which is shitty, but I mean 900 views in a high school, that's like half the niggas that go there really. So they know who you are at that point. So I'm like, shit, I'm gonna keep rapping, but I ain't keep that same style. My old style, I deleted all my old shit. Was more like a little Boosie, kind of going towards the NBA YoungBoy style. Because my family from the South, so I always gravitated towards like the Southern beats.
So, you said Kanye is a big influence. Who are some influences that you probably could relate to now?
You know, all my influence in music. First influence was actually not Kanye, it's Ludacris. I wasn't into hip hop till I heard Ludacris. Get back, you don't know me like that. Shit got me into hip hop. Then as I got into hip hop, I became a huge Kanye fan. Then as I got into like Southern shit, like visiting my cousins down south, you know, TN102, TN103, it became Jeezy. And that was my shit for the longest time. It was just Jeezy. To me, Jeezy was always a better rapper than Gucci. I'm gonna just keep it a beat. He made better songs. Shawty Red made better beats than Zaytoven at the time. Zaytoven ended up being better overall. But at the time, like during the era of like the loud trumpets and the fast 808s and the high pitched hi-hats, you know what I'm saying? Like them old style beats, Shawty Red had that shit on lock. Then I got into Lil Boosie heavy right before he went to jail. I was just into like a lot of Southern artists. Then I got into Ice Cube heavy. That's what made me want to be lyrical. So then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make this trap music, but I'm gonna make it lyrical as shit. Like Ice Cube, I'm gonna have bars. I'm gonna tell a story in my shit. But
So,
then, you know,
how did it was never the same? Is that the project name? Or
nah, it was never the same. Was like, that was the single that did good on my song on my project called Chesco Flow.
that's the project? Yeah.
Yeah, because I would always say this line. I always have like a catchphrase, like kind of like that's like during different eras in me rapping. It's like a bar I always fall back on when I'm rapping. So when I'm freestyling something, I can just hit you with that while I'm thinking, and you think I'm just referencing myself. And it's like a cool vibe. It's like I used to always say, you think it's rapping until it happens. A bad bitch from making it happen. You know what I'm saying? I just say, you think it's rapping until it happens. That I could think for a second when I'm saying that something that rhyme what happens. And I did it so much I could get to that next bar easy. I used to freestyle most of my songs. I didn't have time to write.
Okay.
Then Switching Lanes, It Was Never the Same became my shit. I just thought out a song singing, so like, Switching Lanes, It Was Never the Same. Yeah. I would do that shit. So I'm like, I'm gonna make a song called Switching Lanes and then a song called It Was Never the Same and make them kind of mold into each other.
Okay.
So Switching Lanes was the song I did with Nino Splash, and It Was Never the Same had an artist called Platinum Lewis on it. We got a lot of music together. Okay. And It Was Never the Same, I made a part 2 to it after the project dropped. And that's like my biggest recent song. That thing did like 5,000 something views on SoundCloud just immediately.
What song was that?
It Was Never the Same part 2.
Okay.
And that led to me having 2 big songs on Spotify that got playlisted off just having some looks off of that song.
And what songs were those?
Stuck in Traffic featuring QP and what's the other one called? Stop the Cap. Yeah.
Ooh, I like Stop the Cat.
Mm-hmm.
So you got a whole bunch of different styles. Yeah, I would definitely consider yourself an artist. But like how what how did that all evolve? Like, cause you just made a jerking song and bitch, right? So
Yeah.
how did what was the timeline with how you evolved through your music?
So my styles went this way. As a producer, I made boom bap beats, right?
Okay.
That's what I like making. Even though I didn't listen to boom bap music, I just love like the art of like finger drumming and making the beat that way. It's like old sample boom bap beats, super slow joints, and niggas was buying them. I had bread in high school off of that. Like I was clean off of that for real. Not a whole lot of bread. But let's say like I might have made like, like 500 a month off that shit, which is decent money. I mean, better than working some part time jobs.
Off of yeah.
But I would make beats every day, cause best birthday present I ever got in my life, my dad bought me a MIDI keyboard with the drum pads on it.
Okay.
Like I said, we didn't have a lot of money coming up, but like that was like one expensive ish. It was like $200, but like for us that was like a whole lot of money. You feel me? So I mean, niggas had J's in school that cost $200, bro, but I ain't had no $200 J's. Nigga, I had shell tops at the best. So I'm making these beats, making a little bit of money. Just I'm selling beats to niggas I know mostly that rapped in the school and shit. I had a little SoundClick account too. I would sell a beat occasionally on there. There was this producer called Kilo in the Trunk. I kind of collaborated with a bit. That nigga was nice, but he don't make beats no more. He stopped making beats in 2015.
What was your most memorable collaboration?
Most memorable collaboration. I give you two answers to that. Most memorable is a song called Open Season with me, Dave Keys, and Platinum Lewis. Because that song actually started NSR. Me and Dave Keys created NSR that day. We signed Aja later that day. But in the morning, we created that song with Platinum Lewis. He's like, I was like, bro, we could really do this rap shit for real. We could be like a group, a squad, bro. Platinum Lewis, he was living in Texas at the time. So he wasn't really joining the squad. Plus, he already had his own thing called Top Class. So I'm like, I know this dope artist called Conqueror we used to make music with. The rest of his group kind of dissolved. We could add him to our shit. And we was already cool with him. We knew him personally.
Okay.
So we just add him, and NSR was the thing from that date forward. Had the logo made the next week.
So that's the one with the flag and the cloud.
Yeah.
How'd you think of that design?
I didn't think of that design really. I gave some ideas to an artist. He's actually a guy called Break Some GFX on Instagram. He works with a lot of big name artists like Sauce Walker, Chief Keef, all them niggas, Migos.
Okay.
And I gave him my rough ideas, and we just kept sending shit back and forth to the design. He just sent me one day. He's like, "Yo, bro, check this out." And the shit was dope as hell. I was like, "Yo, thank you, man."
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It was made. Hit that nigga up if you need artwork that nigga's official. You're not gonna get nothing better from no one else.
Hit him up. But how did that's all your covers are made by him?
Nah, sometimes I make them for myself. I got two other graphic artists I work with too, but I keep it pretty strict who I work with. So it's hard to get in that circle of people I work with when it comes to that shit. Using your service, like I said, when it comes to engineering, you had to be a better engineer than me.
Okay. And let's talk more about NSR. What is NSR?
Never Sleep Records. It's a record label I have an LLC for. It's kind of an artist collective more though. It's all about I basically make sure these artists get produced for no money, you feel me? They don't ever have to really pay for nothing. They don't gotta pay for beats if they don't want to. Conqueror like to be proactive and cause he for the betterment of the squad. He'll go and pay for his own shit, which is dope as hell. But them niggas know they never gotta pay for studio time. They never gotta pay for beats. They don't gotta pay for artwork. They don't gotta pay for promo. None of that. I handle that much. You feel me?
I got you.
In exchange, we post it through the NSR page. I take a much heavier cut of the royalties that we gonna see, but not super heavy because even half of what I take in gets reinvested every time. My own music makes me money, so I'm not really worried about making money off my homies. You feel me? There's not even really paperwork between us because I don't even think I should. I want my niggas to be bosses once we get on. They gonna have their own shit.
Okay. So who's in NSR?
Original 3 members: me, Conqueror, Dave Keys. We had a guy who used to be in there. We're not gonna bring him up. He's not in the squad no more. Then we got Flamingo Bob. We got Best Worst X. And we got two people we trying out. That's in a lot of collabs with us right now. So we might add them on, but right now we just trying to focus on us making it.
That's true. Yeah. So boom.
And LA Mar. LA Mar's the newest addition.
Oh yeah, shout out to LA Mar.
Mm-hmm.
So as for like the future of NSR, where do you see us going?
I see NSR becoming like really like we the niggas that's gonna be breaking down. We gonna be building the bridges. We breaking down the walls. We opening doors. You know what I'm saying? We going through the window. We doing everything. We breaking barriers. You feel me?
Yeah.
I feel like small town rap is not much of a thing, but like you think about like you go from Chester County to Lancaster County, it's a lot of talent, and I just want to have all that talent make it because of me. Honestly, and it's selfish, but I want to be the biggest nigga. You feel me?
Okay.
And that's all it is. We gonna go to the top, bring everything with us. I want to sign every artist after I make it. Just make a shit ton of money. I'm gonna call it the Birdman business plan.
Is that like one of your biggest influences for
Nah,
this idea?
Birdman's gay as shit. Fuck that nigga, bro. That nigga Kiss Lil Wayne. He's a weirdo, and he's fat, and he got a red star on top of his bald ass head. Fuck that nigga Birdman. But I like the way he do business though. Like as an artist, his music sucks, but he does good business. That nigga makes a lot of money. You gotta think. Birdman records ain't sell all crazy like that as an artist. Birdman, you ain't buy no Birdman mixtape in the 90s. If you was around, you wouldn't have bought it.
I mean, I don't know. I never listened to just that type of genre of rap. I guess the rap I did listen to, a lot of people generalized as corny and shit.
I listen to all music.
So, I mean, yeah, I guess there's a time where I was listening to a whole bunch of different stuff, from bands to rap to everything. But
yeah, I just found out about this band called Negative FX. Them niggas is kind of hard. They only got like 2 albums. It's an old band, but them niggas they shit's hard as shit. Bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm gonna sample some of these shit. They won't be able to sue me.
Okay. All right, you're just saying everything now.
No, I know they can't.
So what is like? I know you're deep into like the different types of genres of music and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like what one would you say you gravitate to most?
What I like listening to. It honestly changes. It could go from like old country. I used to listen to racist music for fun, like when they'd be like talk about like lynch. You could probably beep that out, but then that's some like old racist music we're talking about. Get that black man off my lawn type shit. All that talking about. We slaves all that. But to me, it was kind of funny and weird. Then like sometimes I like pop punk. Like Machine Gun Kelly's dope to me sometimes. I get into like that genre. Then I usually get heavy in like different ways of hip hop. Like for a while, I was like obsessed. Like maybe just last summer, almost nothing but Griselda. Every day, Benny the Butcher. You feel me? I was listening to like the heavy, just lyrical rap. That was my shit. Right now, I'm into the rage shit because honestly, that's the genre of music I make, and I'm really kind of just focused on my own music. It's like a subgenre of hip hop. Niggas like Yeet. You know what I'm saying? Like, not really so Fago, kinda. It's like different. You have to like get into the underground. You know what I'm saying? You could probably look up a nigga called Moon 47. Probably put you on to the underground artist. Yeah, YouTuber.
Okay. So what would you call that genre?
The genre I do, they call it like a subgenre hip. They call it rage. My shit's a little bit different though. My shit's like a wavy rage. Like it's a smooth, like it's angry as shit. Like my music is like all dark energy. But it's like a really smooth, like dark energy. You feel me?
Well, like the basses?
Nah, like
the way it hits.
The way the bass hits, the way like just the whole vibe, and even like the way my vocals are. Like, like when I say I put my pain in my raps, like I don't give you the details of my struggle. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather make you be able to feel it.
What does that mean?
It's just like kind of like an emotion. Like when I rap. When I talk about shit, that's why I made a song called Stop the Cap, bro. When you cap, you can hear it. You can hear niggas lies, bro. And that shit don't sound authentic. That's why some niggas is whack. That's why a lot of niggas is whack, because you can hear them lying and you don't believe what they saying. You know what I'm saying? I make sure whenever I'm rapping about something, I'm in that mode of that shit. You know what I'm saying? I make a song called Drowning. I talk about dead family. I make sure I picture them niggas' faces in my mind as I'm spitting that shit. So just so I know I'm being correct about it. This shit don't feel right. This shit gets scrapped. That shit wasn't real then.
That's a different way of looking at it. That's really different. Dang. It's your boy, Best Worst X. And another interview is down, bro. We got more to come. I like a lot more. And I hope you guys are ready. I'm going to start adding these to the end of the videos just to add a little bit more flavor. So make sure you tune in to the next couple of interviews. They are going to be completely different from each other. So you got to tune into all of them. That's just how it works. But you made it this far. You see me talking. And I'm not trying to waste too much more of your time. If you guys can like, comment, and share, I would greatly appreciate it. And without no further ado, or however people say that shit, tune into the next interview, bro. We got more coming. If you want to interview, DM me at BestWorstX.
You had the questions?
I think I am.
Alright, well, that was the pleasant interview, my nigga. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
sir.
Stay dangerous, you know what I'm saying? Because safes get cracked.
Oh, the wordplay. Oh, damn.